Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to sit down after a long time and do a vlog in English focusing on two topics. Firstly, and that's going to be very quick, what I got for Christmas, and secondly, I have recently done an upper eyelid surgery, which for those who follow me on TikTok, and if you guys don't, definitely give me a follow, I would absolutely love that. They probably have seen it. But I have published a video about my upper eyelid surgery, and basically the video shows you day by day how the healing goes from day one up to 2 weeks, which kind of show you the result as well. So I prefer to film vlog style, but today is such a gloomy day, so apart from probably school runs and maybe going to the shop, I'm not going to do much. And so I thought it's a nice day to sit down and just have a chat with you. I do apologize for any background noise, but I do have to do this today or tomorrow. It doesn't really matter because we have a builder in the house and he is working on a bathroom number 1, and then he's going to continue on bathroom number 2 plus painting. So for a long time there's going to be basically background noises. So it doesn't really matter if I do it today when I have my daughter that fell asleep in the buggy just behind the door, or I'm gonna basically wait another few days. It's just not gonna make any difference. There's gonna be background noise, and I thought I'm gonna basically sit down and film it. So let's start with why I decided basically to go for the upper eyelid surgery. Now, I'm the person that probably sits somewhere in the middle. I'm all about balance when it comes to surgeries. I absolutely support people doing it. It's absolutely people business what they choose to have done, and I also support people that are aging naturally. I prefer probably somewhere in between, but I do admire women that basically just have got no interventions whatsoever and are basically aging naturally. But also I don't mind when people have things done. I personally wanted to wait until my age, so I'm 40, to have anything done, and probably I'm still on the fence with things like Botox, but I think I'll probably have it done at some point. Just didn't want to personally start too early. That was just my personal choice. So with the upper eyelid surgery, my mum actually had it done at my age, also when she was 40, and I remember she was telling me, "Oh, you've got my eyes, darling, you will have to have it done one day," and there we go. Few years later, I'm here sitting talking about my upper eyelid surgery, and there's a sort of drill in the background, so I do apologize. So yeah, I'm actually quite happy with my skin. Obviously, I am 40, I look my age, my skin is good, but could be better. I've got acne scarring, I've got lines, I've got forehead lines, and it's just natural part, obviously, our bodies and aging. However, I think with the eyes, with the type of eyes, so I've got very significant hooded eyes. It is basically something that you can't really influence too much with skincare. I have watched so many videos about women basically doing different type of massages, and for the last 2 years I have been doing these massages actually quite consistently for basically droopy eyelids. You shouldn't really, it's not advised to use retinol, and that's probably one of the things where basically the skin just basically is very saggy. It is so thin, it's very hard to maintain it and keep the elasticity on that part, on that particular area. And this is just me talking from my personal experience and maybe from what I've read a little bit online and from my research. So I basically decided to go for it, and I'm absolutely happy I did it. So let's talk about the process. So I am originally from Czech Republic, but I live in London, and we don't have any family, we don't have help, I don't have babysitter. So I basically knew my best shot would be to actually have it done sometimes when I'm in Czech Republic with kids for longer. And when I was there in the summer, I was thinking, oh my god, we're actually going for Christmas to spend with my family in Czech Republic. And I looked at the dates, I've looked at my son's dates at school, and I'm like, this would be a great opportunity. If I can find somebody that's going to do it just before Christmas, where you're not leaving house anyway, you're staying there probably until New Year's. So I will have enough time to have the eyes done, and enough time basically to stay there long enough to have the stitches done and maybe the first checkup. And I found an amazing doctor where my sister actually had Botox done, and I've done a lot of research and I absolutely loved her work. She's got quite an impressive resume. She worked in one of the most recognized salons previously. I think she's 1 year older than me. We kind of chatted during the procedure. Also has got 2 kids, quite similar age to me. So I trusted her, and I just basically liked what she was all about. And in the summer, I went for consultation. I've asked her, look, this is basically my situation. This is quite unique timing for me to have it done. And she was like, yeah, we can take you on the 19th. Now she gave me a couple of she gave me some information, and basically she told me you can't even have a runny nose, you can't be sick for the procedure. And we were a little bit poorly, and I was like dreading that I will be well enough in the time for surgery. Now I wasn't, but kind of we agree that it's quite a unique situation for me, and I had the procedure done. So what a bit the background, I do apologize. I'll try to maybe put some sort of subtle music in the background of this. So anyway, so on the 19th I turned up. I was the first one to go, and there was a little prep. I don't know what I was thinking, because it is ultimately a surgery. So you are prepped ultimately as for surgery. You get a gown, you're just in your underwear. What else? Did they check anything? I can't actually remember from the top of my head if they did things like they didn't do bloods, but just asked me a couple of questions about how I'm feeling and everything. And then they do anesthetics, which is localized. Now, that was fine. I'm not a huge fan of needles. I didn't want really her to describe what she is doing or anything. She just gave me some information throughout the process. So there was a bit of prep, things like disinfecting, and then they put something on my eyes that helps basically the doctor then to draw the lines. So the nurse basically prepped me. I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit nervous because I didn't know what to expect. As I said, the only surgery I had is a C-section, which I wasn't very, very keen on. So yeah, I was nervous, and I kept telling them I'm so nervous, but they were absolutely lovely. It's an amazing clinic. If you guys from Czech Republic, this is a clinic in South Moravia in a little town called Bzenec. I'm gonna link the doctor's details down. She does everything. I think the bigger kind of surgeries like boob jobs and big like liposuctions and stuff like that, she would do either in, I think, Olomouc or Přerov. But in this particular surgery, which is lovely, beautiful, extremely professional, the staff has been just incredible. They just do smaller things from Botox, or for example, the upper or lower eyelid surgeries and kind of smaller surgeries. So after the prep, the doctor came and she started drawing. That took a little bit of time, and then they started with the anesthetics. I think they went like 3 areas of the eye, and this corner one just hurt it the most. It's really strange because the left side hurt me much more than the right side, but she said everybody says it, and she says I think it's down to obviously your body takes all the adrenaline basically on the first eye and then cannot deal, there's not much left to deal basically with the left side. So she started here and there. So that hurt a little bit, like almost like somebody pushing with the needle kind of in the corner of the eye. And then we started the procedure. So I think there was some prep, and then the whole procedure, I would say maybe 1 hour, maybe 1 hour and a half. She said I was obviously, she said I was bleeding quite a lot, despite me kind of cutting down the caffeine, cutting down painkillers that could cause basically blood thinning. But she had this machine that was quite, it didn't hurt or anything, but it was quite smelly, if I can put it. So basically they stopped the bleeding with this machine. It almost smelled like burning. So then they put down the stitches. Now I've seen some, they've cut according the drawing, and they did finish with the stitches, and you are sent home ultimately. So throughout the whole thing, I didn't feel any pain, and then I was given some information basically how it's gonna go, how it's healing. What they've done, and she said it's very common in Czech Republic, they put like almost like a little strip of a plaster over. I saw some videos where women didn't have the plaster, where you would just have the stitches. Okay, so I'm kind of in between with this. I kind of like the plaster just because I'm not the type of person that would like to see the thread in your eyes. It's just not me. But then the plaster also because you've got the same one until the stitches go out, like it was a bit bloody. So when I was taking pictures daily, you couldn't really see the result underneath much, or if it's improving or if it's healing. So let's talk about the recovery. So the first day, I don't know why, but I was so tired, also because obviously I couldn't have a coffee, and she told me I can't have coffee at least for another 2 days, just not to kind of trigger any bleeding. I was very tired and I just got home and I wanted to sleep, and you have to ice as much as possible. Now, I think I kind of underestimated this, that I thought, because I've had so many stories that some people went to work on day 3, they shouldn't. It says basically maybe the first week, 10 days, then you should go to work. But I kind of underestimated how much you should do the icing, and it was constant. So I was just basically putting my eye mask all the time into the freezer, and I was trying to rest as much as possible. Now the second day I'm going to be trying to put pictures, so I will do right at the day of the surgery. And then the second day the swelling started. I had actually quite significant swelling that basically for a good 2 days, again I will do day 1 and day 2. I was kind of looking from the bottom, but there wasn't pain. It was just a bit of discomfort. I don't know if you've ever had maybe allergic reaction when your eyes swell. That was that sort of tension. And I think on day 3 and day 4 I started to have the bruising. It wasn't actually so bad. Again, on TikTok and on YouTube I saw much worse bruising. And a friend of mine that also did the surgery, she advised arnica, and that helped actually quite quickly. So I think throughout kind of day 5, 6, it went really down, the bruising. And I think the stitches, so I did the operation or the surgery on the 19th, and the stitches I was invited on the, I think, 28th. So you won't see from the pictures much huge difference, maybe just the swelling went down a little bit. And then on 28th I went to have the stitches taken out. So there was some swelling, still quite a bit. When I did the TikTok video, you can see that the eyes are swollen, and that actually continued. Even when I got then back to London, I would have days kind of that it was swollen a little bit more and then less. I was also advised for swelling to take this this medicine called Eyelid, which is over the counter. That even my sister mentioned she had it after she had her boobs done, after boob surgery. That helps also with the swelling, so that is something I was taking. But then I stopped taking, and maybe I should have continued throughout the whole time. But then obviously things started to get much better, actually very quickly. So I would say in terms of actually the recovery, it goes very fast. Obviously you have got some swelling, and everybody is different. I've seen people that actually had really fast recovery and really easy. But I started to be very happy with the result. I was traveling to London on the 31st, and basically she said, I'm still quite worried that obviously, you know, you could hurt yourself, maybe hit yourself with the luggage. So she gave me these 2 kind of strips to put on the side when I traveled. So I put a plaster here, but I'm how many days? So we are, I think, maybe the 13th. So it's going to be soon. I think we're getting closer. We're just over 3 weeks, and I'm so happy with the results. At the moment I'm trying to do the massage, so you still feel the scarring. I also noticed, and that's quite common, I was googling and then I was emailing the doctor, that you experience quite a bit of melia, but she said, you know, if any of them remain, they normally just basically fade away, but if any of them remain, any kind of beautician just can use a needle and just burst them. So I've been now, basically what I'm using now is either a Vaseline or this ointment that you can get in Czech Republic. I don't know what it's called here, but in Czech Republic it's called měsíčková mast. But there's, you know, different type of things, but Vaseline is probably the most common one that you use. So I use that like 3 times a day. I'm still haven't worn any makeup. Again, on TikTok I saw videos where women had makeup 2 weeks. I was advised not yet. I think I've got a note in my diary, maybe this week, and I can slowly start to use some makeup. But you know, I was advised just to take care of it, and I'll probably wait just to put any eye makeup on. You can wear mascara, but again, when you take off the mascara at night, you should be quite gentle with it. But yeah, I'm very happy with the result. Obviously you see some scarring, but from what I've seen, maybe a little bit here. Can you see? So from what I've seen, it is one of those surgeries where it really does fade away, and from what I was reading, again, everybody's different, that sometimes you have to know what you're looking for in order to stop the scarring. Hopefully that's going to be my case in a few months and maybe over the year, but I'm extremely happy. Basically, also one of the reasons is I love makeup. I love trying new things, and I found it so frustrating because even like when I was younger, the type of eyes I have, they are very hooded, so a lot of things wouldn't work for me, things like eyeliner, and you know, obviously I still have hooded eyes, but at the moment I can't wait to try maybe some eyeliners and different eyeshadows. And I was getting to the point where the excess skin obviously would stop me just to enjoy makeup again, and I know I'm gonna age and you know the skin's gonna be there again, but at the moment I feel very good. I feel it's giving me kind of like the fresher look, and I'm very happy that actually I've done this. And it's actually much more common surgery than what people think, I'm absolutely astonished, like the type of women that had it done. I would never even say that, you know, the type of women, ladies at any age, and it has been actually for over a year. So my mom had it done 20 years ago. And yeah, I mean, even back then it was actually quite common, and she was inspired by other women to go and have that done. So yeah, I can't wait to basically just use makeup. And another wonderful thing about this, there was no pain, like at any point, apart from maybe when I was given the anesthetic, that it just hurt in the corner of the eyes. I didn't feel any pain, just a bit of tension when the swelling came on, but other than that, it's just been absolutely amazing. I can't wait obviously for that to be healed fully, just to enjoy makeup again. And yeah, so I was given a green light that I can start to go and have different facial procedures. I'm actually going tomorrow to have Dermapen, because my next goal is definitely to keep improving my texture of the skin. So I've got large pores, I've got acne scarring. The texture is just not great. It's quite bumpy. You would see here is the acne scarring. So that is probably something in 2023 I want to work on, kind of non-invasive procedures like Dermapen and peels, just to really improve the texture of the skin, just to get a bit of glow and have like the smoother finish of the skin. So maybe I can do a bit of video, because that leads me to the second topic of this video, and that is what I got for Christmas. So I actually asked my husband, I want 3 sessions of the Dermapen, and I will see how I get on with this specific salon, and with this specific procedure, but I'm pretty sure I've seen amazing results on people. Obviously 0 downtime, maybe a bit of redness, but I'm super excited to try the first 3 and then hopefully continue, and that is something I would like to have done regularly, given the results should be good. So yeah, that was the first present. And second present is something I wanted literally since it came out, I think back in 2021, is a Nico bag from Onion Bing. For a long time, when my husband asked me what I want for Christmas, I just there wasn't anything I was lusting like hugely this year, apart from obviously I wanted to really have the eyes done, but it's not really a Christmas present. Oh, we can call it a Christmas present from me to me, but there weren't many things I really was lusting over. But then I decided, you've been thinking of this bag for so long, so that's what I wanted, and I've been actually wearing it non-stop. Now, if you guys are up for this bag, I'm gonna do a couple of links, but I actually would recommend, if you haven't shopped on 24S, and they have a discount code if you basically ordering a first time, which is I'm going to link it down below, but I'm pretty sure it's maybe first 10. So if you click on the link, that will lead you to the website, because they stock this bag. I wanted really the larger size. I think it looks very chic. It looks, and it gives it gives any outfit basically a twist. I'm a lot into like neutral outfits with maybe potentially pop of color, but in the winter I always nude down. But in general, at the moment, I'm into like black, neutrals, whites, and I think this gives a nice texture because of its wool, and obviously because of the print it also kind of adds something extra to any outfit, even just with this simple jumper. This is a cashmere jumper from Lily Silk, I can link it down below. I think it just looks amazing, so I've been wearing it pretty much since we came back to London, and I absolutely love it. It's a great size, and I think it's a little bit larger, I would say, than a Chanel bag. It fits actually quite a bit, anything I need for the kids, and it fits sunglasses. I have got several lipstick, so I've got my Prada sunglasses, I've got my card holder, a lot of receipts, and it fits the phone. So I'm very, very, very happy with the size and with the bag. If you're not into houndstooth, they've got a lot of variations. I think this one's now going to be part of the classic collection, because they've been bringing it basically since 2021 every season. I think at the start it was very hard to get, and it became popular very quickly. I think it's a nicely priced kind of more premium bag that just you get a lot of wear out of. It's obviously more like a winter bag, but let's say in UK the weather, you know, from I would say pretty much autumn to spring, I can easily wear this bag, and sometimes even in the summer we get quite gloomy weather, so I think I will be able to easily wear this even in the summer on certain days. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got for Christmas, and then I got some money from my parents, which I'll probably put forward to some bits in the house. But I want to keep this video obviously just focus on these two things, more kind of casual sit down video where we can talk about it. But guys, if you're new around here and you enjoy this video, or you have any questions about the surgery, maybe anything I forgot, please ask me below, and obviously I can refer to it in the next vlogs. And I would love if you hit the subscribe button. So I love vlogging, I create a lot of content via vlogs, so always a little bit from my life, and usually some topics, outfit ideas, my life with the kids, travel, so anything, you can name it all, anything and everything, from motherhood. And yeah, I want to have quite a big focus on YouTube this year. I also upload a lot of shorts, but you can guys follow me on all the platforms. I normally link down below basically what you see in the videos as well, outfit ideas, and all my platforms are also linked in the description box. So thank you guys so much for watching. At the end of the video I can maybe insert the last, or now, before and after, so you really see the difference. You can actually see finally my lids when I'm just looking like this. You actually see the lid, before you couldn't. And hopefully you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye bye.